This is your morning in 8 minutes. It could be a messy Friday around East Tennessee.
Yeah, we've got First Alert team coverage for you this morning. Whitney Turner keeping an eye on the roads for us, but we do want to get to Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley tracking this First Alert this morning.
Yes, that'll start later this morning. So really, here's a quick breakdown of that First Alert ahead. Late morning, the reason we started at 10 a.m., that's when we've got some stronger storms starting to flare up. Actually, think of it as continuing to build in intensity risks midday to early afternoon. So kind of 10 to noon sliding up on those risks. And then I expect to see multiple storms really lifting up along this enhanced line is where we could have multiple severe storms coming up into the valley and moving northeast, and isolated severe storms plateau to the Tennessee-Kentucky line. Still the main threats, hail and high winds. So hail is important here because you might want to consider where you're going to park your car if you can make sure it's covered up during that time frame. In terms of winds, we do have more wind area wide headed our way, even faster, but then we're going to have gusts kicking up to 35 to 45 miles per hour at times throughout those storm cells. They can be even stronger. So here's a quick look at that rainfall potential where you live today. Notice this choppy 1/2 inch to 1 inch throughout the valley. These isolated purple streaks, 1 to even some 2 inches. A good 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch on the plateau. At the Tennessee-Kentucky line, a close look here, choppy 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch as well. And here's more of that 1 inch plus rainfall potential far north and east. We'll take a look at that planner for today and your weekend coming up here in a moment.
Getting a look at your First Alert traffic, your Friday morning commute running without issue if you're just getting out the door right now, but you may want that extra time today as Heather tracks that First Alert weather day. We do have some foggy views. Looks like it's clearing up on Alcoa Highway right around Pellissippi Parkway, but if you do run into any dense conditions along your morning drive, get those low beams on. We are starting to see some of that volume tick up ahead of the morning rush just a little bit right around I-75 southbound at Merchant Drive. You can expect that congestion just right around the corner, but for now, those interstates are running on time.
Whitney, thanks. New this morning, authorities in Jefferson County, they're searching for shooting suspects they say could be armed and dangerous. Police say it happened on Bridle Way. When they got there, they found a man shot in the middle of the road. That person was taken to UT Medical Center.
One suspect is in custody. They think the other suspects left the area. We'll let you know when we learn new details.
And right now, East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers needs your help finding this missing woman. This is Katrina Manning. She's been missing since April 21st, but just 2 days ago, investigators say her wallet, cell phone, and 2 IDs were found in the middle of the road in North Knoxville on Galbraith Street. If you know anything, call police.
Multiple agencies investigating after a hiker found human remains on Old Furnace Road in Tellico Plains. Detectives confirmed those remains were human. The Knoxville Regional Forensic Center and the TBI are assisting Monroe County sheriffs with the investigation. Police say they identified the victim and have notified the family. One person is without a home right now after this fire in Seymour. Crews are working to figure out how it started. This all happened late Wednesday night on Henry Haynes Road. The house is destroyed. And today, counselors will be at Grace Christian Academy after a racist video surfaced online.
School officials say they've taken severe disciplinary action against students involved. The video shows a student in a white robe and mask. Then someone is heard using a racist slur. The head of the school says the video violates everything Grace Christian Academy stands for. In a statement, the school says the video is in no way consistent with the mission and core values of GCA. They say they are doing everything possible to ensure the physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being of all their students and staff. School officials did not go into detail about how the students were disciplined. You can read their full statement right now in the WVLT News app. And 2 UT students could face jail time for damaging a campus robot and filming it.
Yeah, the robots deliver food. 19-year-old Patrick Callahan and 20-year-old Brock Garland charged with vandalism. Police say the students ordered food, then picked up the robot and slammed it to the ground. The damages add up to at least $5,000, which is a felony charge. And continuing coverage this morning, we know how Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs wants to spend your tax dollars.
Well, he wants to give raises to deputies and school employees without increasing taxes. The budget covers $954 million. Much of it is going to the schools. The mayor wants to spend $11 million for new classrooms at Hardin Valley and $3 million for security upgrades. And as for the sheriff's office, Jacobs is calling for more funding for body cameras and a 6% raise for those ranked captains and below. The county commission will now hold public budget hearings later this month, and a budget must be approved by July 1st. That's the beginning of the new spending year. You can see details of the plan in the As Seen On section of the WVLT News app.
Authorities say a Maryville man has been arrested and charged in connection with the Capitol riot. Investigators say they have video of Edward Kelly in a struggle with a Capitol Hill police officer. He's also accused of breaking the glass on a window, climbing inside the Capitol building, and letting others in. Kelly had admitted to being in Washington on the day of the riot, but denied taking part. He's charged with assault and obstruction of law enforcement during civil disorder. Around the nation, U.S. authorities say don't take the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine unless nothing else is available.
This is because of a dangerous rare blood clotting condition known as TTS. And according to the FDA, 15% of TTS cases have been deadly. Both the CDC and the FDA previously recommended a pause in the use of this vaccine over the reports, but those were lifted with an added warning. Symptoms usually start after 2 weeks of getting the shot.
New details this morning. CBS News has learned that the U.S. provided intelligence to Ukraine that led to last month's sinking of one of Russia's most prized warships. A senior defense official says the U.S. provided the location but had no role in the decision to strike it. And investigators will look to the Labor Department for some positive news with the April jobs report out this morning. Economists expect to see about 400,000 jobs added last month and the unemployment rate to tick down to 3.5%.
Again, on this first alert weather day, at least right now, the weather is quiet. We've actually got this scattered rain starting to develop and move into our area. And then more storms will be flaring up along that line late morning into the afternoon. So right now you do have some slowdown potential with scattered rain. Notice a couple of downpours here coming up into McMinn, sliding up into Loudon. We'll be continuing to track this for you coming up on the CW. Right now, lots of clouds, scattered rain. 60s. It is definitely still a warm day. We'll just get cut off on our warming midday to early afternoon during that first alert. So between 11 a.m. and 2, we're really right around that high of 76. Again, we got a round of storms 10 to 11, a good lull noon, then another round of more intense storms with hail and potentially damaging winds. And then we'll continue with those gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour this evening. Here's a quick look at that first alert time frame where you can see that window I'm talking about at noon, and then those downpours and storms lifting up into our area. In terms of your weekend, keep in mind we've got chilly showers tomorrow, but actually clearing faster now for Mother's Day Sunday. Afternoon plans are a go. Next week we can all catch up on our mowing from this rain as we have sunshine and 80s.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood needs to just get one big mow
There we go.
line
Yeah,
going
that's a good
across.
idea.
Yeah, outside for Mother's Day, though. You can't beat that. It is 6:56. We continue your coverage of the first alert today. Plus, Whitney's got her eyes on the roads. We'll see you on WBXX.
Happy Mother's Day.